Suzanne's Paparazzi Jewelry, 24/7 shopping available. 160920 is the code. Show her some love, like she showed us. K&A Custom Crafts on Facebook.
Hello and welcome to a Wednesday edition of C2C Rankem. I am the host, Big B, along with my colleague halfway across the world, Tim Hendricks. How you doing?
Knowledge me. I'm doing good. I'm excited for today. Today we got into a topic that we like, but we expanded it a little more globally.
Yep, a little international field today. So I am dealing with little technical issues, so I might be on a little delay, might blink in and out. So just sorry about that, but yeah, we're going international today. 6 different countries. I don't know, Tim. I don't know if you looked up Antarctica. I did. There's no wild rules down there. Like you said, who is going to enforce them? But you just never know what goes on down under. So
remind me when we get to Japan. If you don't have it, I want to tell you something.
Okay. All right. I think there was one too I was kind of thinking about, but so let's start with Mexico. I know I've never been there, don't plan on going there. Heard it's nice, but if you do travel, there's going to be some rules that you're going to have to abide by. So, Tim, you're number 5.
My number 5. I've been to Mexico. I've been to Mexico for a day. So yeah, and I didn't know any of these, so it's kind of interesting to find out. You know, you like to be a nice person, right?
Yep.
And you kind of want to wish well to other people, and you want to be nice. And I've heard people say, don't tell me what to do, type of thing when you hear this. But in Mexico, I didn't know this, and this was funny because I heard it in Mexico, which is even funnier. It is illegal to say to someone, "Have a nice day."
That is my number 5 too. I don't know where the politeness is in Mexico. I've always heard they're nice down there. I mean, I don't understand why you can't say "have a nice day." I don't know.
It threw me for a loop when I saw that. I was like, okay, I have no problems with that. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know, but that is my number 5 too, and I thought the same thing too. I don't have no problems. I say it every day. Have a nice day. I guess if I go to Mexico, I'm going to jail, I guess. So, or getting fined. So,
right.
All right. You're number 4.
My number 4. Okay. We all know that the United States has a bit of a immigration problem.
I saw this one.
and it's like, okay, I get that, but it's weird when you find out if a Mexican enters the United States illegally, it becomes illegal for him to return to Mexico. Where's he going after that? Is he going to Cuba? Is he going to
keep going north, I guess.
It threw me for a loop. I'm like, how is that possible? So he's running into a double negative.
That one did throw me a loop. I didn't put it on there because I didn't want to get like all political.
No, we won't get political.
Oh, but yeah, that was just weird. I'm with you. I don't know what they do. Because they got family back there. They're always sending money, so it's I don't know. My number 4. I don't know why, but women that work for the government cannot wear short miniskirts.
Have you seen Mexican women?
Well, but I'm just saying.
I'm trying to be PC here, but
I know.
they can be. They don't want problems in the workplace.
Yep.
I'm gonna guess.
Yeah,
I don't
and that's
know.
actually remind me because I'm trying to remember what country that also is a factor too that they can't wear it in public.
Yeah.
So you're number 3.
Okay. I can understand that Mexico might be hard up for money. They might be needing money from people and other for try to do things. But we have a saying here in the United States. There's only two things certain in this world: death and taxes.
Yep.
In Mexico, it is illegal for you to die if you have a tax return.
I did not see that.
Okay. How are they going to put that person in jail?
Dead people. I know I have another one later on that we'll have to talk about. We're at number 3. So typically, when you're traveling, you got to rent a car, right? Well, in Mexico, don't get a crash in it because it's illegal.
Exactly. He said it right. What?
Anybody heard that? That was my son Jackson. He's shocked. But yeah, don't get in a car wreck with a rented car. All right, you're number 2.
Okay. Have you ever seen the movies? They were called the mariachi movies. Richard Rodriguez back in the day, where
Probably.
Antonio Banderas plays the mariachi.
Yep.
Mariachi.
Yep.
And it's funny because you always see priests walking around the street in Mexico and all this other things, and they're in the full collar, the black suits, the black suits, the long black robe. Do you know it's illegal for priests to wear their religious clothing in yeah, respect the donkey. It's illegal. The priests are not allowed to wear the religious clothing in public.
Really?
Yep.
Well, I mean, I don't know too many priests, but I know typically here in the States, they represent their religion or whatever. Wow. I guess I missed that one too. My number 2, have a bad day, see somebody you don't like, you might say something offensive. Well, in Mexico, you cannot do that. Any sort of offensive words you cannot say. They're just taking all the fun out of some of these things.
Mexico, you think Mexico is fun, and then you find out you can't do half the fun stuff.
Yeah. All right. Your number 1.
Our number 1. I'm having a feeling this might be number 1, but if you said that you've done this before, I'm a little scared now. my number 1. Okay, you have a mother-in-law, right?
Oh yeah, no, I've not done this one.
Right. Okay. My mother-in-law passed away a couple of years ago, so I can honestly say that no, I know. Husbands aren't allowed to ride their mother-in-laws. I kind of figured that went without saying, but I guess you need it on the books because somebody's had to have done it in order for that for that to work.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole thing is somewhere it's up. Speaking of what's up, you got your brother Ryan checking in, and you got mess around Dave up from a nap. So my number 1,
he hasn't had his nap yet. Don't let him lie to you.
Yeah. So my number 1, you're riding a bike, you kind of goof around, you take your feet off the pedal once in a while, and be like, oh, how far can I ride? In Mexico, you cannot do that. You cannot lift your foot off the pedal. That's the one I thought.
There's a reason for that. You can't trust a single person driving the streets in Mexico. I remember my uncle and my aunt telling me, if you get to an intersection, you hear somebody honking the horn, don't cross the street because they don't respect stop signs.
Oh, okay.
So you need to keep your feet on the pedals or you're going to be road pizza.
Okay. I guess there's a little bit of, to me, I mean, okay, kids, you ride your bike, keep your feet on the pedal, but we know we keep them off. I mean, we sit there, I mean, be smart. All right. So we had one. I know we didn't do our typical prediction on that one, but Germany is going to be our next stop. I don't know. There's quite a few. I can see us getting a couple.
We might get a couple.
Depending on what site we're looking for. So, all right, let's go with number 5.
All right. One of my dreams, and many people who like to drive cars, who consider themselves a car file, they like to be a person who really likes to drive cars, wants to drive on the Autobahn. I am one of those people. I would love to drive on the Autobahn. However, make sure you have enough gas when you get on the Autobahn, because it is illegal to run out of gas on the Autobahn.
Well, I mean, that's just, common sense to make sure you got gas anywhere, but yeah. My number 5, I don't know why this is a problem in Germany, but don't drink while you're on a bike.
I thought that was
I don't know. I mean, I guess it would be the same thing, drinking and driving, but all right. So
yeah,
thank God Germany's changed one of their major laws. Okay.
Don't ask him about the major law.
Okay, we won't ask Ryan. All right, you're number 4.
He'll tell us, but don't ask him.
Don't ask.
You know how we've had in like California, you're not allowed to do something for your neighbor, like wash his car without his permission or anything like that. Well, Germany steps it up. They make it bigger. You cannot wash your own car at your house. You have to do it. They've got certain places that you can do it. I've got a couple friends that live in Germany right now, and they could probably fact check everything I'm saying.
Okay. My number 4 is actually your number 5. That's why I was, the Autobahn. Yeah, don't, because it's one of the fastest freeways. It's unlimited, right?
The speed has got a certain limit, but the funny thing is, it's really, really up there. No, there's not a cop up there looking and trying to speed gun you, but they know how to stay out of the left lane if you're driving real slow. The only left lane is only used to the far left lane.
You're about to run out of gas, which you shouldn't.
Right. You're only allowed to use the left lane to pass somebody. And you're supposed to get out of it right afterwards.
Yeah. So, if you're driving the Autobahn, make sure you're watching that fuel tank, because you can't – I don't know how long it is, but make sure you don't run out of gas. So
long enough.
Yeah. All right, number 3.
Number 3. The war that was talked about in the comments would have been a whole lot different if they had considered this. But do you consider a pillow a weapon?
I mean, I've heard of pillow fights. I mean,
one of
Westworld's favorite pastimes.
But in Germany, pillows are considered a highly passive weapon.
No way. Oh. Yeah. All right, I got a lot of weapons over here then.
So do I. My bed's usually full of them.
Pillows as a weapon. Okay. All right. So that's why if WWE ever goes to Germany, they can't have pillow fights, I guess.
The attitude.
All right. So number 3, Tim, I know you like to drink. I don't know how often, but I like to have a couple of cold ones once in a while. But over in Germany, you cannot at all. Well, I guess I might have wrote this down wrong. But it's okay to be drunk to whatever limit you want it to be during Oktoberfest. You cannot get arrested. Which is okay.
Is that getting back at me for stealing your Autobahn one before?
No, you didn't steal it. I mean, we always try to one up each other. So you're number 2.
Is your number 3? I saw that. I'm going, holy smokes! And the funny thing is, Oktoberfest in Munich, because it's in Munich, it's not just one day.
Yeah,
it's like a week.
Yeah, and you can be drunk
the entire time.
Yeah, man, I don't know how people could do it. I mean,
I don't want to.
In my younger days, I might have tried to attempt that, but
right,
yeah. My number 2. I guess this is going to be our second death one. That we're going to talk about. But when somebody passes away, you normally have an urn. You have something to memorial by at your house. Well, in Germany, you cannot do that. You cannot have an urn at your house.
I saw that.
Yeah, I don't get it. So practice. All right, Ryan.
When you're from the Midwest, that's all you're doing is practicing.
Oh yeah. No kidding. All right, you're number 1.
All right. I don't know how well you know about dates in soccer.
Not offhand.
Especially in Germany.
Okay.
It is against the law to mention the year 1966 near a soccer field.
Near a soccer field.
Near a soccer field.
Oh, please tell me they gave a reason, because I did not see this.
Okay. 1966 was the World Cup.
Okay.
Right? You bring up the words 1966, World Cup, and the goal. England beat West Germany by a supposed handball in the World Cup to beat West Germany for the World Cup.
Oh, okay. So they're banning near soccer fields. So you can say it in a house.
Oh, yeah.
Which is okay.
Yeah.
They won't get upset, but if you go to a soccer field and say it, they'll get upset. All right. I guess I don't understand that part, but okay. My number 1, Germany does not allow you to do house renovations on Sunday.
I missed that?
Yeah. Yeah, no house renovations on Sundays.
Yeah, it's because they like their day of rest.
Well, they like their quiet time because you can't play music after a certain time of day either.
Yeah. What is it? There was one that you couldn't tune a piano after at night.
Like that, yeah.
After midnight.
And if you're a drummer, you can only drum 45 minutes
in the summer
during school hours or something. I don't know. So, all right. So that was Germany. Got a couple there together. Now we'll move a little bit more south. I don't know. I don't have a globe in front of me, but we'll keep making our way around the world. Which we'll backtrack a little bit, but we'll go to Japan next.
You went the other way.
Oh, which way are you going?
You went the other south.
Oh, okay.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. All right. So you're I don't know. I say a couple we got here. Depending on which way we're thinking. I mean, there wasn't too many. So all right. Number 5.
I think we've had this kind of in a state in the United States.
Okay.
About certain birds and what you're not allowed to do things with certain birds. And in Japan, it's illegal to exterminate pigeons.
I didn't see that. Are you guys trying to find Carmen Sandiego? Yeah, you never know. I mean, you never know what we'll find mess around. Yeah, I saw that one. I was just like, okay, I guess. So Tim, you get the mail once in a while at your house, right?
Sure. Yeah.
You see an interesting letter to the missus or a kid, you kind of open it to see what it is.
Nope.
Oh,
Nope.
well,
Not
in
my
Japan,
mail. As we say, not my farm, not my cow.
well, my wife likes to do that. So, but
Oh,
in
okay.
Japan, yeah, you cannot open family members' mail.
Yeah, that's private. It's a
Well,
federal. It's a
you're
federal
right.
offense.
I mean, it is, but we all do it. I mean, well, it's up for you, but
It's a federal offense in the United States.
yeah, yeah, but yeah, but that's other people's mail, not family, though. I think.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
this
yeah.
is family. You cannot open family mail.
It's theirs.
Yeah,
If they get cocaine through the mail, that's on them.
yeah, yeah. All right, number 4.
All right. I know I've never done this, and I know, and my brother's going to be quick to tell me that I'm a liar. I already know it already. But it is illegal in Japan to beg for money.
Oh, I tell you what, people at the casino I work at would be definitely going to jail then.
Every corner in Florida, there would be somebody going to jail.
My number 4, it kind of makes sense, but you cannot talk to the bus driver while the bus is moving.
I saw that one and I thought, yeah, that seems pretty logical.
Yeah, but I mean, the bus driver, can.
Why
What?
would you?
I missed this one. If
I did
Ryan
too.
doing some homework for
How did I want
this
to know?
kind of
How did it survive the first time coming out of an airplane?
in Japan, it's illegal to drop something from an airplane twice.
How did it
Well, you
survive
think
the
it would be
first time?
illegal to do it once. All right. I missed that one. You're number 3, Tim.
You know, I know this. I know this is a game in the United States. I really do because I've been, especially during rainstorms. Oh, okay. I want to know how you're going to get bombed twice. But it's it rains, and when it rains a lot, you get this running through your head, and you see people on the sidewalk, and the first thing you think of is like when we're 15, 17, 18, 19 years old, we're just jackasses when we're kids, and you want to splash a person with rainwater. Drivers can be fined for splashing pedestrians with rainwater. Japan takes the fun out of everything. Literally.
Mess around wants to be a politician.
I've almost gotten into fights for that. I've almost gotten into fights for that.
Oh
Yeah.
Well, mess around didn't want to be around us when we were younger. When Iron Mountain opened up the new movie theater, that's how we did those things. So my number 3 kind of tied into one we did earlier. I did earlier, but in Japan, women cannot wear anything short enough to reveal their thighs or buttocks.
That explains Pornhub.
So you're number 2.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Good thing that Japan and Germany aren't close to each other.
Uh-oh.
Especially around Oktoberfest time.
Uh-oh.
Where you might want to import some beer from maybe a local IPA or something.
Yep.
You can't do that because it's illegal to make your own beer in Japan.
Really? Wow.
Yep.
All right. My number 2 is your number 4. I laughed at it because I know certain times you gotta, you need a little extra cash for something a little short, but you cannot beg for money. I don't know. I don't see it. Asking somebody for money. I guess I don't get what they're calling begging. If you ask more than once, are you begging? I don't know.
3 times it's harassment. Yeah, we get it.
Yeah, exactly. You're number one.
My number one. I'm half tempted at this point, thinking that you may have the same number one.
Okay.
Remember how I said it was that Japan takes all the fun out of things by splashing people with rainwater in a car. I have never done my number one, but now it makes me want to try it. And why they have to, and if this is like a reoccurring problem in Japan that they actually had to make a law. But you can be put in jail for putting ice cream in a mailbox.
I saw that one. I'm just like, that can't be.
I want to try it now.
Just go to Japan and throw some ice cream in the mailbox?
Yeah. I really didn't know that.
I don't know. I was lost on that one. So, my number one, you go grocery shopping, go out to eat. You pay your bill. Sometimes you get a little extra cash back, change back. Well, if you notice it after you leave the restaurant and go back to give it back, it's a embezzlement. So, yeah, you can't give your change back.
I saw that. I saw that, and then I saw put the ice cream in the mailbox, and I had to switch. I had to get.
I kind of did the opposite. I saw that one. So,
the funny thing is, you brought up Antarctica, right? You brought up Antarctica, and I said, remind me when Japan comes up. Do you know a Japanese citizen has to tell the government of Japan that they are going to visit Antarctica?
I saw that, but I couldn't remember what country I saw that when I was doing some homework on this. I couldn't find it again.
Yeah, it was Japan. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Are you serious? This was. I mean, Ryan would probably know because I know
he's never been to Japan. He's been to my side of the world. He's been to my side of the world.
Oh, illegal to tip. Okay.
It might be. It's probably illegal to tip in Japan. I know in Europe, it's not. Most of the people here, the only people that tip here in Europe are tourists.
Really?
Yeah.
It's frowned upon, huh?
Yeah, it's not frowned upon, but unlike the United States, where where they make a tip wage, and the customer is supposed to make up. It's kind of supposed to make up to the minimum wage. They're given a decent living wage in Europe.
Yeah.
So they don't need the tips.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. So let's move over to China. We like China. It's very disrespectful. I can see Japan. I mean, knowing their culture and stuff.
Do we like China, the communist country? Those communist bastards.
All right. Number 5.
I saw this. This almost went to number 1. I don't know why, but this was hilarious when I saw it. I went to college. I went to a little bit of college. Ryan went to college, a little bit of college.
Okay.
Did you go to college?
I went a little bit. Just
okay. Well, you're good. You're okay then. Do you consider yourself? I don't consider my brother intelligent, so by accident. I'm only joking. He's gonna raise all types of holy hell. I consider you intelligent. I consider myself mediocrely intelligent. But in China, you can only go to college if you're intelligent.
Really? Okay. I know there's another college one too.
Look at the comments. Ryan's it a little bit. I
have a degree. Yeah. The only degree I got is in my bathroom.
I got a PhD. I got a player hating degree.
Yeah, player hating degree. So, all right, my number 5. When it comes to babies, can't have strange names. It's against the law.
Yeah, considering I want to know. Okay, I want to know what they consider strange.
Well, that's
Dave,
another too.
Ryan, Tim, Brandon,
yeah.
Are those strange?
Yeah,
Japan's, I think Japan had that too.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, there's something with Japan one was no strange name because the government, if they feel it's strange, make you go recertify it or rename it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, you're number 4.
Okay, this gave me more questions than answers. How much is too? If you go to like Tennessee,
yeah,
right? Because Tennessee they have a lot of fireworks stands on the side of the road, gas stations.
Yep.
How much would be too much?
Yeah, probably isn't.
I don't know. I guess
that's why
a couple hundred. I think. I mean, depending on what you're trying to do. Yeah,
a couple hundred. So that's what, maybe 10, 15 pounds tops.
Possibly, yeah.
It is against the law. Now, in China, this should make people scared. In China, if people in the United States or anybody going to China, this should make you scared. It is against the law to store more than 1 ton of explosives / fireworks in the cellar of your house.
Yeah, I saw that one. I was just like, why are people doing that? I don't know. All right. Yeah. My number 4. Here's another one that got me shaking my head a little bit. While you're driving with kids in your car, they are required to salute passing cars.
I saw that. I'm going. I know.
Could you see doing that on a freeway? I mean, just
there'd be a lot of other things.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, number 3.
When I put this one on the list, it kind of scared me that what the repercussions is to this. Okay. I don't know how to go about this one. And it's okay, but a man cannot I don't know if it's a man or a woman at this point. I have no clue. But it's not, you cannot intentionally have sex with another man's wife intentionally, which means you can accidentally do it.
Yeah, I saw that one. I was just kind of makes common sense, but
that sounds like something that should be on that other channel that we be careful about talking about.
Yeah. My number 3. If you live in China or China resident, I guess, and you see a Russian coming, you have to announce that they're coming.
No, because if this was on Four Bros, I guarantee you this would have a whole lot. This would be a bigger conversation.
Yeah.
These last 2 would be a bigger conversation.
Exactly. All right, you're number 2.
My number 2 is your number 5. When I saw that, I was like, yeah, that's got to be on the list. It always confused me, like what they considered as a strange name.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we've always heard that, they throw pans down the stairways and whatever the sound makes, that's the, but, yeah, that was your number 2. My number 2, I was kind of reading, still kind of lost in the reasoning why, but you can't date coworkers.
I'm going to tell you, and I guarantee you there's at least 1 or 2 people that are watching the show in the comments that will agree. Some of our biggest mistakes have happened from dating coworkers.
Ryan is what if you marry a Russian? Well, I guess you're announcing that person coming every time you see them.
Oh my gosh! Every time, hey, Russian.
Yeah.
Holy
so you're talking about dating coworkers.
Yeah, it's probably I wouldn't.
Actually, me and my
It's uncomfortable for everybody, especially after what? See them. I don't get that one, but it's uncomfortable for everybody when they have to sit there and they see that.
Yeah. All right, you're number one.
We may have this one. I don't know. This one's got me. What? Okay. If you happen to see somebody drowning.
Oh, nope.
Nope. What is geez, oh God. What is your first instinct to do?
That's definitely a pro bro comment there, Ryan.
If you see somebody drowning, what's your first instinct? Is to try to rescue them, right?
Yep.
It is illegal to rescue a drowning person, as it would be interfering with their fate.
Wow. 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 I don't know what to say on that.
I saw that. I went, "Are you joking me? Are you kidding me? Really?"
Well, they do believe in their religious sayings. I guess
they really deal with fate. They really.
I did not see that one because that definitely would have been my one, and my one would have been number two. Which means the baby named the god, but Ryan, could you stop a drowning bird? I don't think so. It's their faith. I don't know.
You mean like when Johnny Hooks decides to give somebody some cement shoes and throw them into the East River type of drowning murder?
Must be.
I gotta be careful. I live in Italy, and somebody hears that may be my next stop.
My number one, I guess this is opposite of what we are taught here in the United States. Is you see a pedestrian, you stop for them, let them cross the road. But in China, there's no stopping in the crosswalks. You just keep going. So it's vice versa. So, yeah. I'll make a pit stop above the United States here. We're going to come across the world. We're going to go to Canada. This one, knowing you and me and how we think, I'm almost going to guarantee number one is the same. I think we're going to have a couple on here. We might have three.
We might have three.
I would almost, if you saw the same one I saw, it's your number one. At least it's on your list. It's on your list.
I don't know. My brother's Canadian. Hold on. We've got a Canadian in the crowd. He's
Ryan's Canadian?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No, I did not know that.
He's not. Watch the comments because he's about to lose his mind.
All right. You're at number 5, Tim.
No, the running joke is that my brother was adopted and that we got him from Saskatoon.
Well, yeah, I know that joke because they always thought we were brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Ryan, because Ryan is what, blonde, sandy hair? I mean, he's not dark hair like we are.
He's bald. He's balding with a beard. Yeah. Now he looks like he might actually play hockey for the Canadiens or the Dallas Jets.
Yeah. All right, number 5.
My number 5. Have you ever had like what, I don't know if it's considered an exotic pet anymore. I don't know. Have you ever had a really weird pet?
Yeah.
What's the weirdest pet? What is the weirdest pet you ever had?
Well, I haven't had, but I've had friends that have had skunks as pets. They're able to diffuse.
That's weird, but it's not that weird. Okay. I've had a couple of these when I lived in Michigan. So, do you know it's illegal and forbidden to own a pet rat in Canada?
Yeah, I did see that. Why? Now, are they talking sewer rats? I mean, or rats? Because I mean, we have mice here that you can have as pets, and see, that would be something Heather would say. I can't believe Ryan said it.
No, I can believe Ryan sent it.
Yeah.
Doesn't
So my number
doesn't-
5, you know, we like to joke around, scare people, you know, try to get them to jump, try to get them to scream, especially if you know they are that type of person. You always want to get a, you know, but is it illegal to scare the queen?
I saw that one.
Don't scare,
Good thing.
don't scare
Good
the
thing we don't have
queen.
to worry about that anymore.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. All right. You're number 4.
My brother, since he wants to be on the show and comment, had this thing about climbing trees and falling out of trees and jumping and all that other stuff, right?
Yep.
Well, in Oshawa, it is illegal to climb a tree.
I saw that one. I'm just like, that's what kids do. They climb trees. They try to see how far they can get. But
No,
my number 4.
Really? You had read that. Read the context. What?
All right, what was it?
No.
I
Don't
how you
put it
said
back
kid
up.
needs to be- Poor guys. All right, if you don't know, we have a show on Coast to Coast that airs late night, midnight central. It's called Four Bros, and it can get a little bit dirty, I guess we could say.
And you had to
But,
put it up. No, but you had to put it up twice, which makes it worse.
yeah. My number 4, we like to read comic books. I know I've read a few, but in Canada, you cannot write, publish, or create a comic book that is crime fighting. So there goes all your Supermans and Spider-Mans and
Yep, that one
yeah.
too.
Yeah. All right, you're number 3.
Okay. We all know, if we all know our history, our American history really well. Back in the I can't remember it, but back in the Puritan times, we had something called the Salem witch trials.
Okay.
Right? You know, we put a lot of people. They burned a lot of witches at the stake.
Yep.
Well, in Canada, it's illegal to pretend to practice witchcraft. So it's probably better off just to practice it, just to practice it.
Yeah. Number 3. I don't know why this one is a law. Don't know why it became a law.
Ask Ryan.
Yeah. But you are not allowed to attach coins to strings. The only thing I can think of is weapon kind of thing. You're whipping it around, hit somebody, but I don't know. I don't get it.
I saw that one too, and I didn't really read the reason.
I didn't read it. I thought it was good enough to put on there. I guess I should have read it a little bit more, but all right, number 3 or 2.
Number 2. So this is where you said we should be able to we may have ours together here.
Yeah, somewhere.
Okay.
What?
I was hoping you didn't read that.
Oh, Ryan's gonna have to be on 4 Bros too with us.
Then it'll be 6 bros, and then it's gonna be weird.
Yeah.
We had one back in the state. We remember when one of our states was, I think it was Minnesota, that you couldn't have a snowman a certain height.
It was in Wisconsin, I think.
Okay, you couldn't have one
Yeah.
as tall as 6 feet tall.
No, wasn't it Alaska?
Yeah, it was Alaska.
Yeah. Anyways,
Five Guys. That's a burger joint. Well, in Canada, you cannot have a snowman taller than 30 inches.
yeah, I saw that one. Yeah.
So we don't have two.
Yeah, 30 inches. That's not a big snowman. I mean,
That's 2.5 feet.
yeah. My number 2, you had it on. I forgot, kind of about feeding animals or something.
Japan, it's illegal to no.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah,
It's illegal to exterminate pigeons.
yep. Well, in Canada, you cannot feed pigeons. So, all right, this is what I said that we would. If you read the right one, we're gonna have the same one, but go for it. Number 1.
All right. What is considered the biggest product in Canada?
Hockey players.
No, but okay. And Eric Lindros. Hockey players. Maple syrup, right?
Yep.
Yeah. It is illegal to claim a product is maple syrup when it is not.
Oh, okay. I've not seen that one, so we don't have the same.
You cannot claim that chocolate syrup is maple syrup. It is illegal. Why? I think you should know that by now.
Yeah. All right. So my number 1, we like to do little painting or remodeling, I guess. But out of all the colors that you want to paint your garage doors, do not paint them purple because it's illegal.
I didn't even see that one.
Yeah. It's
Why
illegal to have a
purple?
purple garage door.
Why purple though? What happens if your house is purple?
Can't have a garage door purple.
But it goes with okay.
I don't know. All right.
That makes no sense.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that's why I was just like, really? I mean, granted, a purple door is going to stick out, but if your house is like purplish, I mean, why wouldn't you want a purple door? But it's great. It's a good color.
That's not.
Oh,
boy!
All right.
Ryan's got a lot of time on his hands today.
Yeah, I guess. All right, so let's go to Tim, where you live at.
Switzerland?
Now?
Huh?
Switzerland. No, Italy.
Switzerland. I know.
How long have you been living there?
As of June 6th, it will be 5 years.
And you probably broken all these laws. No, I'm just kidding.
Two of them.
All right. Yeah, I have a feeling we're gonna have a couple here that we're gonna match up. So let's get
I've been
into it.
And I've been to 3 of these places that some of these are illegal in.
All right. Actually, I'll start because this is your home country now. So I'll start. I'll go with number 5. If you see 2 people sitting on a park bench, don't be the third one because it's illegal. You can't have 3 people sitting on a park bench. I don't know why, but
I don't know why either. But then again, it's I've seen it, but I've seen where a third person sits down at the bench and 2 people leave, and I've seen it like all the time.
I don't know.
Confuses
all right.
me.
You're number 5.
All right, my number 5. I've been to Florence. I've been lucky enough to have been to Florence.
All right.
Oh my gosh. In Florence, this should be everywhere, except half of this should be everywhere. It's illegal.
You're right. Third wheel's a crowd. Yep.
In Florence, it's illegal to sell fake items, right? But don't buy it in Florence because that is illegal too. If you want to buy buy like a Gucci bag or a Louis Vuitton bag or a Fendi bag or anything that's counterfeit or fake, not only is the person selling it getting arrested, but the person buying it is getting arrested.
Well, the thing is some people can make very good fake knockoffs
Oh, yeah.
that look really good.
I've seen them in Milano going, wow, that is a really nice Gucci bag.
Yeah.
Fake.
My number 4, I know we had this somewhere. You brought it up with can't die if you have a tax return coming or whatever. Well, in Italy, you have to have health care for a dead person when you're transporting them.
I don't know why. Well, no, I think I may know why. I think I know why, because in you know how in the United States, if most of the time you don't have to pay the bills if a person is dead,
Yeah.
right? Well, technically the family is still on the hook for the bill, even if you're dead. So, and it can be an accrued bill when after you die and the dead body is in the car. The insurance isn't for the dead body; it's for the people if you hit them. It's strange. It's
All right.
really strange.
Your number 4, Tim.
Okay, I've seen people all over this country, and I mean all over this country. I've seen 60, 70, 80-year-old women dye their hair purple, right?
Yeah.
Right? I don't know why. But in Torino, it is illegal to dye your pet's fur. It's also good. I understand it too, but they explained why, and it's really understandable. It's because they consider it cruelty to animals.
Well, yeah, I guess. I mean, I can see why. I mean, all right, number 3. I know I've done this here with my significant other, when especially dropping her off somewhere or picking her up, haven't seen her. There's no kissing in the car. Tim, you want to admit to something?
I did that this morning. I did that this morning. I'll probably do it twice more today sometime. Yeah, I do that at least once a day. I'm a repeat offender.
Yeah, you're number 3.
All right, in 2012. All right, what happens if you run out of space at a cemetery?
I don't know, really. Right. I mean,
all right, there's a little town called Feliciano del Masico.
Okay.
My wife is watching this. She's going to kill me because I slaughtered that. Right? The mayor in 2020 stack the bodies. I could say something, but that could get me in trouble too. Because one of our other countries did that too, and it wasn't PC. But the mayor of this small little hamlet in 2012 made it illegal for you to die. Does he have a contract with God saying that you can't die?
If that's the case, I'm moving there then. I mean,
I need to be moving there now.
Yeah. My number 2, I know it's a big thing here and over in Italy. It's against the law, but when you go to the beach, don't make any sandcastles over there because it's illegal.
Because it's not your beach. Well, there's a reason for that.
Okay.
95% of the beaches here aren't public; they're private.
Oh.
So you're basically on private property, and you're basically destroying the property. I went to the beach 3 years ago. I'm so used to Florida, where I'm used to getting in the car, and my brother, my nephews, and my daughter going to the beach for free.
Yeah.
And not paying a dime, only bringing you refreshments. Em and I went to a beach 35 minutes away and we had to reserve our spot, and I think we paid total €102 to go swimming all day.
Wow.
Because it's all private spots there.
Okay. Well, I guess that's good reason, but still kind of takes the fun out of going to a beach, I guess.
It does.
All right. You're number 2.
My number 2. I'm going back to Milano on Thursday. I've been to Milano a lot because they made this law years ago, and the reason for it is because it's a high fashion district, and they've got different things. You've got the Duomo, and you've got all these other art museums and other things. But it is a requirement of a person who's going to Milano to always be smiling.
I saw that.
I don't know.
How can you put on a smile? You're just having a rough day. I mean,
I've walked by police, Carabinieri. I've walked by the military in the Duomo Square without a smile on my face. I'm like, those fools haven't arrested me yet. But yeah, I've broken that rule. I know I've broken that rule.
I would have broken it a few times too, because I know I can't smile every day. I mean, you walk up by somebody, you can put a quick smile on, but I don't know. Now this one I know can be a problem with a lot of people, especially if you get an itch. I've been doing that my whole life. All right. Yeah, guys, if you got an itch, don't scratch it because you cannot touch your genitals in public. Good.
I broke that one. I broke that one today. I broke it yesterday. I broke it the day before.
You're number 1, Tim.
All right, since you already gave up my number 1, that's my number 1. But no, my number 1 is the same thing. When I saw that, I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. I don't know how many times I'm standing on the platform waiting for the train for the wife that I'm not fixing my zipper and realizing that it is illegal. It's crazy. I broke another one when I went to Cinque Terre. I didn't even realize it was I was breaking a law until I read a CNN news report in my Google Mail, and I'm like, and my Google News.
Yeah.
And I think you and I have talked about this before. And it's like there's 5 little towns in this area where they voted that you cannot spend more than 5 to 10 seconds taking a selfie, because if you last longer than 10 seconds, you will be arrested.
Yeah.
I didn't know that until after I came back from the place.
Wow.
I'm like, are you joking? I do this. I'm glad I didn't take that many selfies.
But guys, gave you 6 countries just in case you're traveling. Weird rules, but we're still in my mind too. So, Tim, your final thoughts.
I think I've been embarrassed in my life before, but I think we've hit a new low. I'm excited to do these. Hopefully, we get six more countries when we do this again. I know we'll probably be doing states again. Ryan, if you got any, Ryan or Dave, if Dave is still on, if you guys got any suggestions of country, states, any topics, let us know. We want to hear.
I don't know if we want Ryan to let us know if he wants us to do certain topics, because he might throw some weird.
We may have to make it on 4 Bros at this point.
Yeah, exactly. So, but my final thoughts is great show, great interaction. Yeah, Iceland will be up there, but yeah, we'll do this again. we like doing this. We like doing the birthday ones. But the weird laws become one of my favorite ones. So, with that being said, tonight, Sports Minute, possibly in the den with the Cougars. On deck this week, we'll talk about a nice spanking that the Blue Jays gave the Rays. Outside of that, just keep tuning in. C2C's got a lot of shows in the works. Again, if you guys have a show comment, want us to do a show just because. Also, check out Four Bros. We've been kind of promoting that one tonight. That one's Friday night into Saturday, midnight Central Time. Myself, Mess Around, Crispy Bacon, J Mac. It's a show for guys. Kind of cooler talk kind of thing. Our motto is it gets kind of dirty. I can't even remember now. It's dark. It's dark 30, so we get a little dirty. That's what it is. So, yeah, I know, right? It's too late, but you can always rewatch it. I'll send you the link. We can get you the link. You can kind of watch it. Tim pops out once in a while. Has some comments. So, but with that being said, we'll see y'all next week for another episode of C2C Rankem. Have a good one.